Hey, what's up guys? It's Marquita from At Home with Quita. Welcome back to my channel. So today I thought I would just impromptu. Sometimes I just think of video concepts on the fly. I was looking at my desk and I happened to run across my old classic size setup. And so I said, why not do a flip through of this for you guys? Because sometimes I do like to flip through old planners to get inspiration for my new planners. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to flip through my last classic size happy planner setup. But first, if you're new here, I hope you'll stick around and consider subscribing, and also give me a thumbs up if you enjoy this video. So let's jump in and do a flip through of my old classic size planner. Are you guys ready to go down memory lane? If you are, make sure to stay tuned. So not too long ago, of course, I used to use all Happy Planner products. I have since switched over to all My Shop products. But from time to time, I like to reflect back on old planners just to kind of go down memory lane, see how I used to plan, and then also get inspiration from my current setup. So this planner right here, the cover on this planner is actually an inkwell press planner. I still keep this under my desk in this little cubby hole just because I never know when I may want to go back to this size planner. I love my half letter though. So let me just show you scale just so you can get an idea of the difference in size. It's not that different, but as you can see, that's the extra space on the top. We are flush down here at the bottom, but that's the extra space on the top and on the side. So half letter to me is just the perfect size. It's ideal for what I use planning for. And so I just love half letter. So this planner has an inkwell press cover on the front. I have done so much. If you guys know from the beginning of my channel onwards, I have shown you guys so many different looks. I've used lots of different covers, lots of different inserts. And so I've done it all. And so I just like to look at old planners again, so just so I can see. And so this cover right here was probably my favorite. And it was like flush, like everything is like completely flush. There's no overage. I just thought it was already bulky enough that I didn't want any additional space on the cover. It's gray, so of course that spoke to me as well. So I love this little pop of black here. These are black metal discs, and so that's what you see on the outside there. I'm going to try to kind of walk you through and show you every single thing in here, just in case you have any questions. Now eventually I did move over to my inserts within this planner, so I believe that's what you're going to see coming up soon, but you're going to see lots of different things in here. So I did have this little protective sheet here, which is like hollow. So I put that there just to protect the pages. This was like my first ever At Home with Quita or Little Miss Fancy Plans planner. So this is like, I'm not gonna get rid of this just because this is like memories. And then also this was like my first setup using my inserts. So I'm really proud of it and I wanna hold on to it. So of course I had to use a decal, and I've learned a lot since this, as well, like in terms of inserts and printing and all of that stuff. So I've learned a ton, but I want to just keep this just to reflect back on. So this was the year at a glance. As you see, I did use a lot just to kind of pre-plan different events and things that I had going on. And as you can see, I had a lot going on, whereas now it's blank. So it's a little bit sad, but hey, this too shall pass. So next year, hopefully we're back in the swing of things and traveling and doing other things. So I didn't finish it out, of course, because I switched over to the new planner. Then I have my block schedule in here, and I had this one typed out. I do have this available in the shop. It's not typed out in the shop. It's just blank so that you could come up with your own block schedule. I love a good block schedule. And then I still use my dashboards, of course. So I've got all the way up until June in here. So obviously I left off in June of this year. Yeah, that sounds about right. And I also have some other tabs here from the Happy Planner. As you can see, there's a lot of stuff going on here. And then I also have top tabs. So my top tabs are calendar, home, budget, family, fitness, faith, school, wellness, personal, business, and lists. So those are my top tabs, and as I'm going through, I'll share with you the side tabs. As you can see, we already talked about this went from January until June. So when I open up, I see my monthly pre-planning. Love pre-planning. It really just helps And it also makes the planner less bulky so that you don't have to insert every single month within the tabs. You can just have the pre-planning sheets. So that's typically what I do, just to get it on paper, and then I'll transfer it in those various sections later. So this was February, so I did do a spread for the first week. I tried to keep up with as much as I could, and then as you can see, some weeks you just have the best intentions and you don't always complete a spread and write it in. But I did do my weekly meal plans, and then I fell off. So this is when I started to use my subject style layout inserts. So then this is the end of February. Then we get to March. Sometimes I don't always do the monthly, y'all. I don't know, something about the monthly, I don't always refer to it. I just go straight into the weeks. So hit or miss again. And then as you can see, I went ahead and filled in the pre-planning. And then I think sometimes what happens with the pre-planning sheet is that since I have it, I will just only refer to this. And so, you know, I may not always plan or write in a week, because I can just come to the week and say, okay, this is what I got going on. So, you know, lazy planning, but whatever works. And then we get to March. I have an undo list in here. That's probably for a video that I filmed. And then there we go. There we go. So then this week I really wrote in some stuff. So I do love the classic size, because I feel like it's just it's a really good size as well. And it gives you a lot of space to work with, but I just really wanted to scale back a little bit in terms of size. I wanted something easy to carry. And I felt like this was just a little bit too big, but now that I'm looking at it, I'm like, man, I really miss it. I really do. So classic size is a really good size. But man, hello. I really filled some stuff in, right? And then I did a cloth and paper spread. I did a video on my channel, and then I popped in their little card here. I love how this turned out, and just the, you know, how neutral it looks. I used all of their products. And then we get to the next week. This was a really cute week as well. I loved doing this week's spread. And I've really been trying to explore with my handwriting as well. I feel like my handwriting is getting better. Then I did my first Mommy Lace spread, but as you can see, it completely went to waste because it's not written in, but it's super cute. So maybe I'll do another spread like this, because I really did like this spread. A little bum that I didn't write in it. And then this was a page that I did for a video that showed you how to plan on one sheet of paper. And that was pretty cool. And then we get to April. Let's see what we got going on in April. Another pre-planning page. Put that at the beginning of every month until I get to that month. And then I'll take that and I'll write in what I have going on. So obviously that was the only thing I included. I didn't include the actual inserts in the month. And I probably did the same thing for May. Yeah. And June as well. Yep. So that's it in terms of the calendar inserts. And then we get to my home section. So you guys know my setup pretty much stays the same throughout. So this, in terms of like throughout across all of my planners, I pretty much set it up the same way. So this is the home section. Within the home section, we've got chores, meal plans, budget, and projects. This is from the home management expansion pack from the Happy Planner. And so this is the chore section. I just had a couple of these sheets in here for reference. Never really quite used them, but I liked having them in here for reference. I don't know, something about writing on them. I didn't want to write on them. I don't know why, y'all. And then we get to the meal planning section, which I have my yearly meal planner in here, which I did use some. And then I had my to buy list of some things I needed to buy. And weekly meal plans. This came with the home management expansion pack. So I had breakfast, lunch, and dinner in here, and I love how that looked. These are great for sample meal plans as well. I know I talked about that in a recent video. Then we have the meal planning inserts for my shop in here. So as you can see, it's like a hodgepodge of things, you know, just kind of thrown together, but I think it still looks good. And so I'm kind of low-key missing this setup. So these are the recipe cards from the Happy Planner. I used to just keep them in here. And then this was from their new foodie collection, I believe. It was the notepad. Punched it and stuck it in there. And then this is the project section. And within the project section, I just had some of their project sheets in here of some things I wanted to do. And that was pretty much it. I don't think I was as passionate about this at the beginning of the year, and I think that's why I transitioned mid-year. I felt like something was missing, and I also love now, I just love everything to be cohesive. I don't want pinks and purples and different colors besides on my spread. I want the planner to look pretty neutral and pretty, you know, matched up in terms of the divider dashboards and all of that stuff. I don't know, that's where I'm at right now, y'all. That could change in the future, but that's where my headspace is. And then this was the budget section. Just had a few of these in there along with the sticker sheets that come with the planner, and tuck that in within the divider. Then we get to the family section, and then within the family section I had all of us that are in the family, my husband, myself, Malachi, Addison, and then a relatives tab. And I had a standard calendar in here. So this was a calendar that just didn't change. It was stuff that we did on a weekly basis, on a monthly basis, that just kind of was, you know, stationary. It didn't need, you know, to be changed. It just needed to be, you know, regular, ongoing, recurring things. And so I was able to come here and base my spreads off of this, so I didn't forget things that needed to be done. So that was there. And then I was developing a weekly routine for everybody. As you can see, that didn't happen. I mean, we have a routine, but I didn't write it in here. I do have it in the other planner as well, my current catch-all, which I'm working on creating one for everybody. I only have one for Addison right now because she is in school. And Malachi is too, but he kind of does his own thing. So I had some of those in there. And then I have a to-do list in here. We did not get to make it to the JoJo concert, y'all. But she really wanted to go, but we had something else we had to do that day. So that was a bummer. And then we get to this is the relatives section. So this is going to be a place where I was going to write things I needed to do for my relatives. And so I did transition this out of here into my new setup. Most everything I did transition out of here into my new planner. And then we get to the fitness section. This was just my keto stuff. And so I've got that there. And then I had the fitness planner in here. And then looks like a grocery list I had put in here for some reason and folded it. And then these were undated inserts, so I did start to use them, just didn't quite make it all the way through. And then I was doing a 28-day keto challenge, so I had printed this and put this in here with something I had paid for, and then I shared it in my Facebook group. And I think it is still in there that you can download it if you would like, but it was pretty cool because it kind of listed everything you needed to buy, and it had those sample meals for you, the sample meal plans. And that makes life easier for me to have a sample meal plan. Just tell me the exact meal plan that I can eat during that week and still lose weight. And so anyways, that worked out for the time. And then, as y'all know, on and off the bandwagon, okay? And then this was the faith section, which has nothing in it because I have a full faith planner. So I didn't need this section anymore, but I didn't have the heart to pull out the divider dashboard because I just felt like if I wanted to put something in this section, I would have it available to me. And then it would throw off the tabs, like in terms of the position of them. And then this was the school section for Miss Addison. She has her own homeschool planner now. And so I didn't need this any longer, but I did plan at least a little bit in here, and that helped. But having her homeschool planner now just works out better to have a dedicated planner for that. Then I have this little journaling card for the happy planner, and then this is probably the school calendar that I printed offline. Then this was the wellness section. Wellness is like one of the most underdone or underutilized planners for me. I just never can get on board with it. I don't know why. I think I focus on other people more than I focus on me, which is not a good thing. And so I just never really got into it. So as you can see, March was the last tab I put in here. March was the last tab for fitness too, I think, right? Or no, school, March. So I'm not even sure if I used this up into June. And so I did do a spread in here though, I believe. Maybe not in here. Nope. So yeah, that was, I thought in my head I wanted to really get down with wellness, and I really do, but it's just that it's just not a priority in terms of planning it out. You know, I know I need to do more for myself, but I don't know if I would ever really dedicate the time to plan in a wellness planner when I have a section of that in my current planner. And then also I just feel like I don't have the time to plan in another planner. So I don't know, y'all. And then this was my fold out. You guys remember my 2020 goals fold out? This was for 2020, and then I did one for 2021, of course. And so I keep them in here to reflect on. I do one every year, and excuse me, sometimes I write in them and sometimes I don't, as you can see. Oh, I know what this was. This was from CPC. So I did one at CPC to show during my workshop to show how to create one of your own, and I just don't have the heart to throw it away. So I'm going to keep it. But this was the one that I actually did for myself. And I really wish I had wrote in this, y'all. I did write in my 2021, which I believe is in here as well. Yeah, I don't know where it is, but I believe my not 2020, but 2019 one. And so it's so pretty though. But I am going to keep continuing to do one every single year because I just love them. And when I do write in them, and then to be able to look back and reflect back on my goals and see what I've accomplished is just awesome. It really is. So this thing was super cool. So as you can see, it's got a lot going on. It's a fold out for each section, and even on the inside, it's got some additional sections. So this thing is awesome. 2021 is going to be my year where I really sit down and write in it. Y'all saw me do one for 2019. Y'all saw me write in it. And so, you know, I did do one at some point. It's just that, you know, I don't know. Sometimes I don't always write in stuff, but I do have goals. And sometimes I'll just write them on a piece of paper. I create all this fancy stuff. Sometimes I just write it on a piece of paper and check it off as I go along. So, you know, that's life, right? And then this was 20 things to do in 2020. I did a video on this, and I'm trying to think of, or look at this and see what we were able to do. Yeah, this was just like general things that I wanted to do in 2020. And I think I can safely say that some of those things were done. Then I just have note paper. I have a business section. Y'all know I have a full dedicated business planner now, which I totally need and has been helping me so much. This is it right here. And it's awesome. It's awesome. I write in it every day. I lug it around along with my catch-all planner, and it's just been so helpful to stay on track. Then we had an inbox section with just a pocket folder for me to just log papers in as needed. And then we had an extra section which just has random fill paper. And then at the end, I had my stencils from the Happy Planner, and then this stencil as well. Then I had 2 pens, as you can see. Same Muji and same Paper Mate. They've just been my favorites, and I keep them, and they just work for me. So that was it. So as you can see, she's kind of chunky, but not as chunky as my current planner, because I don't know, I have so much decoration type stuff in the other planner. I feel like you can do that with a smaller planner, whereas this planner, I don't know, you can have some decoration type stuff in it, but it just doesn't feel as good in your hands because it's bigger. But I did love this setup, and so I saw a couple of things in there that I want to implement in my new planner or my existing catch-all planner, and so that's why it's important just to reflect. So I've got a ton of planners sitting over there. I'm getting ready to purge. I'm not purging this one just yet. I like to keep a planner for a year, and then I purge it after that because you don't really need it anymore. But I like to at least look back on it just to kind of see how I planned, how my style has improved or changed or gotten worse, or am I really using my planner? I just like to reflect back, and I think that's important. So I just thought I would show this to you guys just in case you haven't seen it. If you're new to my channel, you certainly haven't seen it, but you have now. So now you kind of know where I came from. I was a diehard Happy Planner person, and I just only use their products. And so it feels really good to go from that to having this hybrid setup of my stuff and their stuff, and then eventually getting to the point to where I'm only using my products. It just feels really good. I do use other stickers and things like that, but for the most part, inserts wise, it's just from Fancy Plans Co. So I feel really good about that. So I hope you enjoyed this walk down memory lane. You got some inspiration yourself and found maybe a couple of things you want to implement in your planner system, which means you'll give me a thumbs up on this video, and you will come back and you'll catch another video. Comment below and let me know if you're an OG, meaning that you've been here since the beginning of this journey. I'm coming up on my YouTube anniversary, and so comment below, let me know if you've been around since then, you've seen this whole progression of things. I would love to see my OGs down in the comments. So thank you guys so much for stopping by. Hopefully you'll come back and catch another video, in which case I'll see you guys then.